Missing ballots found. Elections Canada rocked by voting scandal. Election results in question. In a revelation that has stirred public concern, Elections Canada disclosed that 822 special ballots from the recent federal election were inadvertently left uncounted. These ballots, originating from 74 ridings across the country, were mistakenly retained at the returning officer's office in Port Moody, Coquitlam, British Columbia, and failed to reach Elections Canada headquarters in Ottawa by the mandated deadline of April 28, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. According to the Canada Elections Act, ballots arriving post-deadline are legally ineligible for counting. The uncounted ballots were special ballots, typically used by voters away from their home ridings, such as students, travelers, or Canadians abroad, who vote by mail or at local returning offices. For instance, a voter from Hamilton East, Stony Creek studying in British Columbia might submit a ballot at the Port Moody, Coquitlam office, intended for their home riding. While these ballots reached the local office, they were not forwarded to Ottawa in time for counting. Special ballots are crucial in ensuring that Canadians who cannot physically attend polling stations due to work, study, travel, or other commitments are still able to participate in the democratic process. The mishap in Port Moody, Coquitlam has raised important questions about the reliability and efficiency of the electoral system, particularly in handling such ballots. An initial investigation attributed the mishap to human error and a failure to adhere to established procedures. Chief Electoral Officer Stéphane Perrault has ordered a comprehensive review to prevent future occurrences, emphasizing Elections Canada's commitment to resolving any issues that arise during elections and maintaining the integrity of the electoral process. The investigation will delve into the procedural lapses that led to the oversight, examining the workflow between local offices and the central authority to identify weaknesses. Despite the administrative lapse, Elections Canada confirmed that these 822 ballots would not have altered the results in any affected riding. In many cases, only a single ballot per riding was involved. Even in Port Moody, Coquitlam, where most ballots were from, the leading candidate held a 2,000 vote lead, far beyond what the uncounted ballots could overcome. However, the incident has sparked significant concern among Canadians. Voters who followed the rules deserve to have their votes included. Even if the overall election outcomes weren't impacted, the principle of electoral integrity is paramount. The problem wasn't fraud but a breakdown in procedure, a stark reminder of why rigorous systems and compliance are essential in democratic processes. The timing of this revelation coincides with significant political shifts. Mark Carney, a former central banker with no prior elected political experience, assumed leadership of the Liberal Party and led the party to a minority government victory in the recent election. Carney's campaign focused on national unity and resilience, particularly in response to external pressures, and his leadership has been marked by decisive actions, including the termination of the consumer carbon tax. Conversely, Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre faced a dramatic setback, losing his seat in the Carleton riding to Liberal candidate Bruce Fanjoy by approximately 4,000 votes. In response, Prime Minister Carney has pledged to facilitate a swift by-election to allow Poilievre an opportunity to re-enter Parliament. Damien Carrick, MP for Battle River, Crowfoot, has announced his resignation to enable Poilievre to contest the seat, demonstrating inter-party support and strategic planning within the Conservative ranks. This political maneuvering highlights the competitive nature of Canadian politics, especially in light of recent events. Carney's leadership has already begun to shift the dynamics within the Liberal Party, while Poilievre's challenges illustrate the vulnerabilities faced by the Conservatives in the current political landscape. While the uncounted ballots did not impact the election results, the incident underscores the critical importance of procedural adherence and transparency in electoral processes. Elections Canada's prompt acknowledgement and commitment to rectifying the procedural shortcomings reflect the agency's dedication to maintaining public trust. This event serves as a reminder that every vote is vital, and robust systems must be in place to ensure that each is duly counted. Public trust in electoral processes is a cornerstone of democracy. When voters feel confident that their voices are heard and their votes counted, they are more likely to engage in the democratic process. Conversely, Incidents like these can lead to disillusionment and skepticism about the integrity of elections, which can have long-term implications for voter turnout and civic engagement. The emotional investment that citizens have in their votes cannot be underestimated. When they see their votes mishandled, it can diminish their faith in the entire electoral system. As Canada navigates its evolving political landscape, the emphasis on electoral integrity remains paramount. The collaborative efforts of political leaders and institutions to address and rectify such issues are essential in reinforcing the foundations of Canadian democracy. Elections Canada must not only address the immediate procedural failures, but also consider implementing more robust systems to prevent similar incidents in the future. This could include enhanced training for election officials, better communication protocols between local offices and headquarters, and the adoption of technology that ensures timely processing of ballots. For instance, integrating more advanced tracking systems could help monitor the journey of ballots from local offices to the central authority. Transparency in this process is crucial. If voters can track their ballots, it enhances their confidence in the system. Additionally, regular audits of the electoral process could identify potential weaknesses before they lead to significant issues. Furthermore, public discourse around electoral integrity should be encouraged. Engaging citizens in discussions about the electoral process can foster a sense of ownership and responsibility among voters, making them more invested in ensuring that their votes count. Educational campaigns that inform the public about the importance of special ballots and the processes involved can enhance voter awareness and participation. The Port Moody, Coquitlam incident serves as a critical opportunity for Elections Canada and other electoral bodies around the world. Mistakes in the electoral process can be valuable learning moments. By publicly acknowledging the error and taking steps to rectify it, Elections Canada can set a precedent for transparency and accountability. This incident also highlights the importance of flexibility within electoral law. As society evolves, so too must the frameworks that govern elections. The rise of technology and changing societal norms necessitate ongoing review and reform of electoral processes. This could involve revisiting the deadlines set forth in the Canada Elections Act to ensure they are realistic and accommodate the complexities of modern voting. The incident involving the uncounted ballots in Port Moody, Coquitlam serves as a critical reminder of the complexities and challenges inherent in managing a national election. While the immediate implications for the election results may be negligible, the broader lessons about electoral integrity and the importance of procedural adherence are significant. As Canada moves forward, it is essential for all stakeholders, government officials, electoral bodies, and citizens, to work collaboratively to strengthen the electoral process. By learning from this incident and implementing necessary reforms, Canada can enhance the integrity of its democratic systems, ensuring that every voice is heard and every vote is counted. The commitment to transparency and accountability must remain at the forefront of electoral practices, reinforcing the trust that is vital for a healthy democracy. In summary, the road ahead requires vigilance, adaptability, and a commitment to upholding democratic values. As Canadians reflect on this incident, it is crucial for them to remain engaged and proactive in safeguarding the integrity of their electoral processes, ensuring that the principles of democracy are honored and upheld in the years to come.